All right, so tonight we are going to read Rapunzel. Rapunzel. And what page is Rapunzel on?
7.
Page 20.
Page 20.
Okay. So we're going to go to page 20, right?
Find it.
Oh, that's page 30. We're too far ahead. There it is. Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
All right, let's make sure that we're
And there you
having
go.
some technical difficulties here, but I think we got it figured out.
That's
Okay.
kind of rich.
I don't know why it's showing blurry. There we go. There once was a young couple who was expecting their first child. One evening, the wife had a craving for the delicious Rapunzel lettuce that grew in the garden of their neighbor. As it happened, their neighbor was a bitter old witch, a bitter and evil old witch. But the young husband didn't want to let his lovely wife down, so he ran outside and jumped into the garden. Just as he knelt to pick a head of lettuce, the witch appeared. "How dare you enter my garden?" screeched the witch. "And how dare you attempt to steal my lettuce?" "I mean no harm," said the man. "I merely wanted to treat my wife to a delicious evening supper." Can you not put your foot? Thank you. "Please don't hurt me. I am to be a father soon." All right, why don't you help me by turning the page? There we go. Thank you.
Okay, baby.
"Go home," said the witch. "Take all that you want from my garden, but when your child comes, I shall take her for my own."
That's a castle or pentagram.
That's a tower. That's the tower that Rapunzel gets put in.
Is that a castle windows?
A castle with bells? What? No, it's a tower.
No.
"Go home," said the witch. "Can you move your foot, please?" "Take all that you want from my garden, but when your child comes, I shall take her for my own." Can you stop?
Hotel.
I'm scared. I'm scared. The scared man climbed back over the garden wall and hurried home, his pockets full of Rapunzel lettuce. When he got there, he didn't tell his wife what had happened. A short time later, a baby girl was born. The woman named her child Rapunzel. Shh, we're trying to hear the story. After her favorite food. Later that day, there was a knock on the door. It was the witch. When the husband explained what had happened, the young couple realized that there was nothing that they could do. The witch took the baby and left. To prevent the girl's parents from finding her, the witch locked Rapunzel away in a tall tower. Though they searched near and far, Rapunzel's parents were never able to find their little girl. Many years had passed, and Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman. During her time in the tower, Rapunzel had never been allowed to cut her hair, so it had grown long. It had grown very, very long. Not Elsa, Rapunzel. This is not Elsa. The window to Rapunzel's room was very high, so to reach it, the witch would yell, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw down your golden hair." Rapunzel would obey, and the witch would scurry up the 2 golden braids. One day, a handsome prince passing through town heard a girl's voice singing a lovely song. He followed the sound of the glorious voice when suddenly he heard a scratchy, ugly voice begin to croak. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel," growled the witch, "throw down your golden hair." Through his spyglass, the prince saw a beautiful girl with long golden hair. She was perched in a tower window. He spotted an ugly old witch climbing up her golden braids. The handsome prince waited until the old witch left the tower. Enchanted by the beautiful girl, the prince crept up to the tower and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw down your golden hair." As he expected, 2 golden braids of hair fell from the window. Taking hold of them, the prince climbed up the tower wall, where he reached the girl. "I am Rapunzel," she began to exclaim. As the prince climbed through the window, as the prince climbed through the window. "An old witch took me from my parents when I was but a baby. I have lived locked in this tower ever since." "You shall not endure another day here," said the prince. He climbed down the tower wall to the ground below. There he stood while Rapunzel leaped from the window into his arms, and the two of them quickly hid behind a shrub, just as the bitter and evil old witch arrived. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw down your golden hair," said the witch. When the braids never fell, the witch realized that Rapunzel had escaped. The witch was beyond furious and stormed off into the forest defeated. Once they were certain they were safe from the witch, the prince helped Rapunzel onto his horse and they rode away. After riding for some time, the prince and Rapunzel finally arrived at the home of her parents. It had been many years since the witch had stolen the child. Addison, can you sit still, please? But the poor couple had never forgotten their daughter. Rapunzel's heart swelled with love the moment she laid eyes on her parents' careworn faces. "I am your daughter Rapunzel," said the girl. "The brave prince was able to rescue me from the old witch who took me from you all those years ago. He would like for us to come and live in his castle." And that is exactly what they did. Lovely Rapunzel and the prince were wed, and everyone lived happily ever after. The end.
What that guy?
So what did you think about Rapunzel?
Rapunzel was so beautiful.
She was so beautiful. And what color was her hair?
Yellow.
Yellow. Was it short or long?
Long.
It was long, very long.
Short and long.
Yeah. And was the witch nice or mean?
Mean.
She was a mean witch. So you were paying attention even though you were jumping around, huh?
No.
No. All right. Say goodnight.
No, baby. No, baby.
All right. Say goodnight.
Good night. Grandma there?
Grandma might watch.
Good night, Grandma.
Oh, you're so cute.